promise you I will lose my head if it wasn't attached to thy body. Good morning. I am trying to find paperwork for the bag I'm going to make today. Good morning. Happy Thursday. It has been I feel like I'm a fairly optimistic person. I always like to look at the brighter things in life because I woke up today and people didn't wake up today, right? You have to see the positive or you could stay like a pessimistic and negative. But today has already been a freaking day and I'm hoping it just gets better. Like I woke up with a headache. My husband is a heavy he's my husband is 6'3", right? And he is not a little dude. His arm is just pure muscle and it's extremely long. And I guess I didn't know I fell asleep with my headphones on and I was watching that new show on Hulu, Under the Bridge, because it's based off a real life, true life crime event. And I wanted to see how they do this. It's like a documentary drama, but it's based off of real events, but they dramatize it a little bit more, right? So, because what happened to these girls in Canada, they were around the same age I was when it happened. I think I was like a tad younger than them or whatever. So, I'm watching it and I guess I fell asleep because I'm still, my batteries are not fully charged. Like I think I'm like at 80% now, which is way better than I was at yesterday, 60. So I woke up and I had this roaring headache and I think it's because I was listening to stuff while I was asleep. And I woke up to my husband sleeping in the middle of the bed with his arms behind this and this on my face, his elbow on my face. So I was like, okay, I wake up, I'm sleeping, I'm like levitating off the bed. But if you have a heavy sleeper husband or you have a kid, I know you know how to levitate off the bed because kids are the worst sleepers. They like sleep diagonal and everything, and you're trying not to wake them. So you're used to sleeping in like the most uncomfortable positions to make them sleep comfortable. That's just how kids are, right? So I wake up with a headache. I immediately asked my husband to make me coffee, and him being the good husband he did that. Everything, it was like a domino effect. My son has a field trip. We don't have the top part of the field trip paper because he threw it away. So I don't know if it's going to be extended hours after school or if he's coming back home after that. So we have to call them. So we're writing a list of things we have to do, right? All of a sudden Hope comes down and she's super emotional. Like she has crocodile tears. Her phone's not working and she believes it's her fault. And I'm trying to reset it. It's not resetting. So I have to go to AT&T and see if they can fix her phone. And she's mad because she's upset because she thinks it's her fault. She's a teenager. She's highly emotional. And I'm like, okay. We're running late. So I'm getting in the car. I roll back in the car. The car just stops. It started. I'm here with you guys, but man, it's been a morning. Okay. If I was a person who drank like will they put like whiskey or something in their coffee or rum, it would be today. It would be today. It's been one of those days. I'm gonna be, the good thing is that all my stuff for my custom bags is coming in tomorrow, so I should be okay with that. So today I'm gonna have a little bit fun. I'm gonna have a little bit fun. I'm gonna be able to make a bag that I can make for one of my events. I'm gonna see if I can do this live. I'm still cutting out a couple of pieces. I was trying to find the actual pattern so I could show you guys, but it's just one of those days. It's like, if you guys remember in the 90s or 90s, Monica came out with a song saying just one of those days. This is what I'm feeling like today. I'm like, okay, Thursday, you're not today, you're not going to get the best of me. But yeah, it's been one of those days. I know, Lynette. It's just I'm drinking coffee. It's not a latte. I want it foam. I gotta get one of those frother things because I really like the foam in the latte. I don't know why I like that so much, but I do. And I'm not trying to be bad and bougie with my coffee because I'm not really bad and bougie, but it's like today is one of those days. But I did finish my tutorial yesterday. It's not going to be available tomorrow. The designer pushed it out. It's going to be released on Monday. I think you guys are really going to like it. I'm looking at everybody's bags in the testing group, and like every single sewist is a phenomenal sewist. They're just amazing. Chocolate and wine, I'm here for you. You know what kind of chocolate I do like? Because I'm not a huge chocolate fan, but I do like chocolate that has sea salt in it, and it's from the Ghirardini. And I also like the caramellos with the caramel. And the reason why I think I like it so much is none of my kids really like caramel. So it's not a candy they will ask me. Because I don't know if you guys have this, but if I am eating something that my kids like, it's gone. It's gone. They'll just look at me like, "Oh, do you really want to eat this?" And you're just like, "What the hell?" Like, yeah, I want to eat it. You see me eating it. So yeah, it's been just one of those days. And you're right, Julie. Today, the rest of the day will go better because I'm in my sewing room and I'm in my zone. And sewing makes me so happy. Like, it makes me seriously happy. I love sewing. But yeah, whew, woof. So I'm just like woo sawing. And then I have to control myself because like if I see a kid cry, I will start crying. I don't know why. I'm like Stonewall Jackson in movies, everything. Like I'll be like, someone died. I'm like, fine. My eyes might well up, but that's it. But if I see a kid cry, it's over. It is done. Like I want to do whatever I need to do to make this kid stop crying. So as you can tell, with that being said, when they were infants and toddlers, it was really hard on me because I had to learn how to control my emotions because I will start crying with the kid and like Hope is not a crier, and when she cries, she gets these big crocodile tears, and I'm like trying to spread my eyes out wide, not to tear up, to show her that everything's gonna be all fine. But it is so freaking hard. Hope can break me with her tears, and I don't even know if she knows it. Her lip did a little bit of a quiver, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. I was like, please. Please, I don't have the patience and the will already right now. So it's all that. So my husband is like he's doing all the calling for the schools and everything. And then my son, because my daughter Hope is going to be going to high school, he said that he doesn't want to go to his middle school anymore. He wants to go to Wild Lake Middle School, which is actually technically closer. So my husband he put in a request, but they haven't replied back to him. So he's going to proceed forward with it. And it I'm saying, I'm just saying, it was just, the last 18 hours have been like tumultuous. This has been crazy. Because things were happening last night in the evening too. But yeah, man. But here's some positive stuff. It rained yesterday. I'm in Maryland, so it rains like when it doesn't rain, we're more surprised. Like I've lived here for almost 14 years, and there's only been 1 year that there was a drought. so, um, so it rained yesterday and no flooding. So this area is all fixed up here, and I feel tremendously blessed by that. There was no flooding, and it was raining hard. There was thunderstorms and everything, and there was no flooding. And I was so happy, like I did a happy dance inside my sewing room because then it saves it. Yeah, no flooding. And you, Lisa, I was, and the sub pump was going off. You know that doom 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 doom. It sounds like a wash machine. So, um, yeah, there was no flooding. The sub pump was going off, and there was no flooding. So I was like, that is something to be grateful for because the last two floods ruined so many pieces of vinyl, leather, and whatever. And there's no flooding. I'm still keeping everything away from the wall just because I'm cautious now. Because fool me once, fool me twice, but there would not be a thrice. Okay, but there's no flooding. I did see when they put it in. It was really crazy looking at the pictures. I re-looked at the pictures last night. I took pictures of where the flooding was happening. That wood was destroyed, and now there's flashing. There's two beam boards. There's another layer of flashing, and then when they installed we didn't have this on our I didn't know this was even a thing, to be honest with you. When they installed our, sliding glass door, the back with the lock and everything, they put um, a trim on it so the water runs off. So it's like another gutter, but it's not a gutter. It's like another version of flashing, I guess, but it's a trim that comes out 6 inches, and we didn't have that, and they were like, "Yeah." He was like, Your window is like the original window from, like, 1971, but I guess the newer sliding glass doors or the French doors have, like, their own version of a gutter so that water like, when water hits that area, it rolls off and goes to the side versus going over, and I had no idea they even did that. It's amazing when you get upgrades when you're like, "What the hell? I've been living like this for how many years?" I had no idea 'cause I'm one of those neighbors that when something's wrong with my house, I'll walk around the neighborhood to see if someone another neighbor has something different. Like, I have 2 neighbors now where they have, like, this huge deck. Our deck is nowhere as big as there, and that's how I knew I was able to get a deck, but I never seen, like, it's like a lip. It's, like, 6 inches, and it's right like, when you open up the sliding glass, it's, like, right there. It's kind of like its own personal umbrella. So, because they seen the devastation and whatever, they were able to fix it. So, I feel like, again, tremendously blessed that there was really, good contractors. They were contractors through the government, and they really were they totally kicked butt. I didn't even go into it like it was like a husband and wife team. That wife was like freaking G unit. Like, I have never seen anybody do the things that she was able to do. She was holding like a whole like sliding glass door frame. And my husband was like, "Let me help you." Like, it she was amazing. And it was like a really cool aspect of them putting it in. I'm still surprised that they were able to put in windows. They came like at 9 and they were done at 4. They put in like 11 windows and like a sliding glass door. I'm not I have like 4 windows in my room alone. So, so it was amazing. I'm like I feel happy about that. I was really worried when I seen the rain, and now I'm not worried. So, like I said, you there life has balances of good and bad, but this morning whew, yeah. So I'm going to be making a messenger bag. Um I'm going to be making a messenger bag and today, and it's a one from I am trying to find the pattern piece. Like, have you ever just like I'm gonna be making a messenger bag. I think I might go live and make it so you guys can see my first attempts at making a bag. Cause like that's always hilarious to me because that's when I make mistakes just like everyone else. So when I do the first attempts, I read over each page and I take my time a little bit. Sometimes I'm able to look at things and like not second guess it like when I do Aura Rosa because I've sewn so many of Alexis's bags that her it's like a habit. Like if you sew swoon bags, if you sew one swoon bag, you could sew all of them. The pattern style's very similar and it doesn't really change that often. So you get used to it. So when you have a designer that you sew for or your favorite designer, you kind of just like get used to their writing style, kind of like a book. Like if you read one Nora Robert book, then you kind of know how it goes. You're like, it's never the first guy, it's always the second guy. That the person always has a traumatic something in their past that prevents them to fall in love. Like, like the setup. You just now are trying to get the story. Yeah, I'm a huge Nora Roberts fan. So if you're in Maryland and you're not a Nora Roberts fan, then I don't know what to say because she's from Maryland and she is like proud of being from Maryland. And a lot of her books focus in the Maryland or the Delmarva area. And Delmarva is Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia. So, okay, let's see. Yeah, yeah, I know. I'm like really I'm really excited to have company. I like sewing with live because then people can ask me questions about the bag and whatnot. So, you know. So that's what my plans are today. I'm drinking my coffee because I'm hoping that that can balance out my headache. I did take some Zyzal for my allergies, and I'm hoping the combination of that and the coffee will help like bring the headache down to like a 4 because right now it's at a 6. I know it doesn't seem like it. I'm a person that has constant migraines, and I know I could function on a 6. It's when it gets to like an 8 or a 9 that I'm out. I tap out because I can't control my emotions. I'm nauseated. The lights, I get the floaties and all that stuff. So I'm just trying to take care of it and nurse it so it doesn't go bigger. And yeah, that's all I can do, right? And then some of you guys know because some people when they know I have a headache because they'll be like, your eyes are hooded, like you're like they're not like as wide as they are. And it's really funny that people can like tune in and they can kind of tell from my mannerisms how I'm feeling. It's crazy. Um Ooh, we're gonna cut out the bubble bag today. Yes. I need to cut that out. I'm waiting on 2 pieces of fabric, because I don't I think I wanna make it Doctor Who. I haven't decided yet, but I think I wanna make a Doctor Who one, um, like, having it all blue vinyl and having Doctor Who print in the inside. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, JD Roberts, oh god, she is so talented. Nora is so talented, she can I love her supernatural stuff because it is like magic realism. It's not too outlandish where you're like, okay, yeah, she went from being like normal and then she has full blood carry powers and she's going crazy. So like, I don't know. I love how she writes, but I love she's a good author here. And the crazy thing is that every year Nora is known for putting out 2 books. 3 books, one for her JD Robb collection, one is a standalone, and then one she starts like a series of 3, right? Because 3 is her thing because I think she's Irish and like 3 is like a thing. Um and every so 4 times a year she has like book signings in Boonesboro, which is like an hour and a half away from me, and I never go to the signings. She's the one author I haven't got a signature for. In case you don't know, I love collecting books and I love getting books signed by the author. It makes me like ecstatic. I don't know why. I also like getting things signed by designers. Like so when Mrs. H has a pattern and a pattern book and I didn't get it through Amazon. I paid for the UK Royal Mail shipping so I can get a signature. I love getting signatures. Um I don't know, I love signatures on stuff. It makes me happy. Like I have 4 Harry Potter books that are signed by J.K. Rowling, even though she's a complete and utter trash bag. And if she's watching, keep your opinions to yourself about people. Okay. Um, I do have her. I have from all for I like the Twilight series, and when I was living in Arizona, Stephanie Myers is lived in Arizona. That's why her books were based off of that, and they filmed in Arizona. So I have like all the whole series signed by her. Um, I like going to book signings. It makes me happy. I have one book signed by George R. R. Martin because he was at the Baltimore. They have a Comic-Con for books, and like I will go to these things. Like I was so mad at myself that the Baltimore Comic-Con had the people that made the cartoon for the for Lord of the Rings. One of the artists died, but the other one's alive, and I forgot to bring my playbill um for them to sign, and I was so mad at myself. Yeah. Yeah, I do too. Because Nora's try and true. I'm sorry. It's like it's try and true. You know what you're getting. So I do. I sign the inside of my bag, Zeta. I do. I'd like to sign the inside and put the date. So like, because okay, they do it with quilts. Please sign your interfacing. Do it with the pencil. Do it with whatever because they do it with quilts. So they have quilts going back to the 1800s and all that stuff like that because people would sign in like a quilt block with like a pen or they'll do stitching with a date and whatever. It's important because you don't know where your bag's going to be 20, 30, 40 years from now. And if someone takes it apart, they'll be able to know to route it back to you. So please, please, even if you have just only the handmade tags on your interfacing, grab a pencil, jot down your name, jot down the date, and you're now a part of history. I feel like it's important. We make so many bags, and I see quilters doing it, we should be doing it too. I see that's why you see special labels and clothing for garment makers, and like you'll see there's tags for people that crochet and knit, like a leather tag with their stuff, because we're a part of history. Even if you think you're not, you are. You do not know where your bag will end up. Like I found, like somebody found one of my bags at a Goodwill, and it was a bag that I made like 7 years ago. And I'm like, I wonder where that all that place that bag been. And they were able to get in contact with me because of a tag that was inside. There's nobody else that has a business that says Novas Knits, and they were able to find me. And it was when they showed me the picture, it was from like 7 years ago. 7 years ago. So sign your bags. And you know, okay, it's gonna be better. Julie, if they take your bag apart, it's gonna be better than Louis Vuitton. I love watching that guy taking his bag apart, and he'd be like, yeah, this is cardboard. And I'll be like, damn, I might start putting, if Louis Vuitton thinks cardboard's good, then maybe I'm missing out on something. So yeah, just sign the inside. You don't know. I know labels are expensive. I've been looking at different label makers. And Etsy, I bought some really cool labels for my not bag of the month, my Patreon, and I was able to get like 50 labels for under $50. It was like close to $50. So there are places that you can buy labels from, and even if they're just like a label tag that you put in the lining, it's just part of the history of bag making. You never know where your bags are going to end up. Yes, I always sign my quilts too. I sign my bags. I was telling somebody the other day that when I went to the last con, I had people stop at my booth and they were like, "We looked everywhere for you." I had a Rocky Horror bag from the first convention I did 6 years ago, and they're like, "I still wear this bag," and it made people come to the booth and buy because people were asking where did they got the bag, and they went back to me. Like people, when they buy a bag, they're gonna keep that bag, and it's going to get some kind of traction somewhere, and having your name somewhere on the bag can help the person who bought it be like, instead of like, oh, I forgot, they could just look at their bag and be like, this person, the person takes a photo, and now you have a new customer. I get a lot of customers from my customers, so just keep that in mind. Like getting regular tags can be expensive, but you can start off with just fabric tags and the lining, and if they see that and someone likes the bag, they can like take a picture of that tag from that person. But yeah, I've seen a lot of my bags at Last Awesome Con, and I think I was like in a dream haze because I was amazed at how many people were wearing my bags. I ran into like 7 people that were wearing my bags throughout the years. I just got an order from someone that's like that bought a bag for me a few years ago, and it's the best feeling in the world that people come back to you, you know? Like it's absolutely crazy that these people like they believe in you and they want to support you, and it's crazy. It's a great feeling. Thank you, Lynette. We're so close to 5K. We are so close. As soon as we hit 5K, I'm gonna reach out to all my friends, all my sewing business friends, to see if they can contribute to the 5K. I do have stuff in here in the bag that I've been collecting for a 5K giveaway as well. I know, I see that, like, sign your bag. That's all I got to say. Sign the inside though too, because if someone ever does take apart, then they can say, "Oh, this is a Zeta bag from circa 2022." You know, like, it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna drink a light coffee and probably eat an orange or something, and then start cutting out, and then I might go live today. I'm hoping I can get everything cut out and go for it. If not, then I will definitely try to go live tomorrow. So I just wanted to say hi, good morning, and everything's going to be okay. You may have a rough day, but it'll get better. It'll get better. Even if it doesn't, there's always tomorrow, right? So, and when life is really hard, start thinking of things that you have that other people wish they had. And just remember, you woke up today. You woke up today. That alone is a blessing. So I will talk to you guys later, and I hope everyone has a really fantastic day. Bye.